What's going on, you guys? Kenny here, also known as SilentFan85. Welcome to episode 2 of the Y in YouTube. In the first episode, I was a guinea pig for this new series, which I've actually got some more folks lined up. But again, this is a bit of an experimental run in this series, and I wanted to try out different aspects. In episode 1, I was speaking as a creator. In episode 2, I want to talk to you guys as a viewer, as just a regular YouTube viewer, stream viewer on Twitch, and kind of get into that mode of thinking and give you a little bit of a brief glimpse into me as a viewer, not just as a content creator. So again, a bit of an experiment. In the first video, I kind of outlined as a creator what it's like for me. But when it comes to the viewing part, when I'm watching other people stream and when I'm watching other content on YouTube, what's that like? So that's what we're going to be doing. I've got a set of questions similar to the first. These are a work in progress, but if you guys are interested in the series, if you want to be interviewed, either in written form or in audio, most of these interviews only take about 15-20 minutes, just a quick thing, very casual, nothing fancy. And you can just comment down below or hit me up in DM on Twitter or on Discord. And again, hopefully this series takes off. So for episode 2, we are joined by SilentFan85, and he's going to talk about what it's like being a viewer and touch on that. So here we go. All right, so first is, what did you want to be when you grow up? I outlined this in the first episode, but essentially, I wanted to be a superhero at one point. I wanted to be a veterinarian, an actor, and even in other things. I did kind of miss out something on the first interview when I didn't mention that when I was early teens, late teens, I always thought it would be cool to make money playing video games. And as a YouTuber and as a streamer, you kind of get that opportunity. So that's really, really cool. If someone was going to make your life into a movie, who would play you? I reflected that on the first interview that Seth Rogen or Jack Black, I think, would make a great Silent fan. But at the same time, I'm kind of unique, so it's really kind of hard to say. But changing up a bit, what was your first stream viewing and who was it? So for me, the very first person I ever watched stream something, I honestly don't remember. I remember the one I do remember was I don't think they're around anymore. I honestly don't remember their name either, which I know probably sounds kind of bad, but they were streaming Minecraft. And I remember seeing it, and I was like, hey, this is a cool game. Obviously, as of this interview, Minecraft's kind of making a comeback, and it has in a big way. I've never been a big fan of it, but it was really cool to see this person playing stuff on the internet, and people are watching it. I was like, whoa, this is a real thing? Because growing up, it never occurred to me that if you took that like back to the 80s, early 90s, I mean, it's essentially somebody setting up a camcorder, like one of these big bulky camcorders that you used to carry around and sit there in front of a TV and play video games. I mean, somewhere along the way that might have happened, and that would have been the very first Let's Play, that was what I thought about. It was Minecraft for sure. That was the first game. First Let's Play video I ever saw was World of Warcraft, just because I was into it, and back then it was really more about how to, like achievements and stuff like that. So that was the very first Let's Plays really I ever saw. Was just somebody describing how to do something in World of Warcraft. I just saw it as a visual guide and didn't really think anything of it. But then yeah, it kind of went on from there, and now it's a thing. So kind of awesome. Um, is there a specific favorite stream you have? Um, you know, yeah, actually, back in the day, I mentioned in the first episode that one of my favorite streamers is Phoenix Feather. Phoenix Feather, throughout the years, he's had a lot of memorable streams because him and the crew always hang out, and I've been a part of that off and on over the years. Um, but there was one in a Counter-Strike Global Offensive stream that it was Phoenix, it was me, it was Lady Dwinner, it was Zero, back when it was really first starting out for him, and we just had a lot of fun shooting each other. Just blah blah blah, arms race, different things, and that was back when he was, probably 100, 200 subscribers, and it's that was probably one of my favorite streams. I don't think I was a heavy streamer at that point, but he was, and I was really more of a video creator. But I really enjoyed watching those streams, especially rewatching them back and reliving stuff like that. I still catch myself doing that. And it just goes to show you that even as a viewer, you can still have these great moments with these people you love to watch, and it's fantastic. Um, I will say some of my favorite streams is the ones that I pop in on other viewers. As a content creator, I will, especially on Twitch, because you're able to see who's watching who, and you can pop in and say hi or gift a random sub, which I'm notorious for doing. Um, and of course, subs allow them to watch their favorite streamer ad free. And I love doing that. I love doing that. And I love hanging out when I can, say hi to people. Sometimes they don't even see me, but I get a glimpse into who they like watching. Um, and that feeds back into me as a content creator because I can actually get great ideas from stuff that other people are doing as other streamers and other content creators. And I check out recommendations from viewers. So that's really, really cool. Um, what favorite creator, YouTuber do you look up to as a viewer? So back when I was a viewer, I guess the person that I really, there was a World of Warcraft um, content creator. She did these achievement guides that I talked about earlier. She did these achievements like Insane in the Membrane, and I can't remember her name. I want to say it was something like Foxy. She also had a dedicated website for it. It was a casual thing for her. She did it just for the hell of it. But I can't remember her name. Um, but I kind of looked up to her, and she really did kind of act as inspiration to kind of lead back into the content creator thing. So back when I first got started, and I really wasn't a content creator as a viewer, just a standard viewer, she was one. But there's not really a point to where anymore that I'm just a viewer, because my content creator brain is constantly going, and I'm thinking, hey, that would be a cool idea. So it's really kind of hard to answer some of these questions as a viewer, but it's really kind of cool. What's your perfect afternoon look like as a viewer? Just chilling. I tend to lurk in some streams. I catch myself lurking in current streams as of this recording is Phoenix Feather, um, the Marvelous Ted, First World Brat over on Twitch, Frost, who is a friend of mine. Well, I mean, all of these people are friends, but those are notably, like when I'm lurking, I also have them playing in the background. Or I'm playing a game and I'll have Futurama on, or I'm falling asleep or whatnot. So there's that. When you have a break in your day, what do you spend that time doing? When I'm at work, I watch, like on lunch break, I watch political videos. I am very politically inclined. Um, I'll also watch like random videos, like ghost videos and stuff like that when I'm at home at night. I love the supernatural. I always have. I've always had a fascination with it. I've actually lived in a couple of haunted houses. I've heard voices when I was a kid. Not to sound like a psychopath or anything, but um, I think that's where it stems from, of my curiosity with the supernatural. So that's essentially what you catch me doing. Who's the funniest person in your circle in real life? In the first interview, I mentioned my stepfather, how he, how our humor is linked a lot. Um, that's in my immediate circle of people right now. In the extended circle, there's plenty of people that I click with. Um, Humor-wise, as a streamer and as a content creator, how they were linked with me as a viewer that I like to watch, and they kind of, again, I kind of get ideas from them. Is Frost, because he plays a lot of Overwatch. First World Brat plays Overwatch. She's the kind of player like I am. She's very aggressive, um, and she's very aggressive. She'll just go in and start swinging. I mean, that's the way I play. Um, she probably doesn't even know she's being mentioned in this video, which some of these folks um, probably won't realize that. But she's really cool. So that's yeah, that's just to answer that question. But yeah, so moving on. Um, who do you okay? What do you play when you're not watching streams? Um, when I'm not watching streams, I tend to play Overwatch. I mean, Overwatch. Spending a lot of time in RPGs. Replaying Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy VII, Pokemon Go, walking, working on project ideas when I'm not playing, so on and so forth. So I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to playing casually. Modern Warfare is one for sure, currently anyway. But the ones I keep coming back to are usually World of Warcraft, Overwatch, um, any of the Tomb Raider series. Uh, a while ago, was any of the Bioshock series. Yeah, that pretty much tops it off for the most part. I'm kind of boring in that regard. What do you play when you're lurking in a stream? So when you're lurking in a stream, it basically means that you're just you have it on in the background. Um, and I've lurked and fell asleep in streams that are familiar to me, whether it's the game or the streamer, or if it's a creative thing. Like I've lurked in woodcrafting streams, Japanese woodcraft. Um, there's this guy I watch off and on. I have throughout the last few years, and he's kind of like a Bob Ross, kind of Japanese printmaking. His name leaves me for the moment, but I'll fall asleep watching his streams. He streams on Twitch. He's also got a YouTube channel. A really, really cool guy. He's Canadian. He came over from Canada, moved to Japan in order to get into Japanese printmaking, and he tells this story, and he's got such a soft-spoken demeanor that it's amazing. It's actually really amazing to listen to him and his story and watch him do artwork, because Japanese woodmaking is fantastic. And if you don't know a whole lot about it, I would definitely recommend looking it up. It is very, very cool, especially if you're into woodwork, whether it's American, Oriental, what have you. It's a really cool creative process. I thought about getting into it myself at one point, but the problem is I don't really have the dexterity to be able to work those kind of tools. So, but yeah, I'll watch him. I'll lurk on him, fall asleep. Um, I'll tend to watch like Futurama in the background. Again, I'm a big Futurama guy. I know pretty much every episode. I don't know my title, but if I know a sequence of events, I can tell you what's going to happen next, so on and so forth. So, yeah, I mean, I've fallen asleep watching Phoenix Feather in the background. I've had, again, First World Brad, Frost. I've watched some cosplay crafting streams. There is one gal, Seraphita, over on Twitch that I've watched. And so yeah, really really cool people I tend to just lurk on. So um, if you had a magic wand, what streamer or YouTuber, big or small, would you like to meet in real life? So as a viewer and as a bit of a fanboy, I mentioned him in the first interview. I would love at some point to meet Nuke. Nuke's top 5. This guy is awesome. Um, he's one. There are plenty of others that I'm friends with that I would love to meet in real life that I'm not sure if I ever will. But there are definitely some of those. Another one would be he's another YouTuber, content creator, and he does unsolved mysteries kind of episodes where he talks about like murders and stuff over the years. That's kind of kind of macabre, really. But um, I can't remember his name. I used to watch him a lot. I haven't caught myself watching him a whole lot lately, but really, really cool guy. He great host of the show. What's the last thing you do before you get ready to watch your favorite streams? So the last thing I do to get ready to watch my favorite streams, I'm kind of random and inconsistent when it comes to watching streams on time. That's why I never promise anybody that I can show up for a stream. I try, but with life, real life, like work and family commitments, and it's side projects I'm always working on or wanting to stream or vlog at random times, mentally it's really hard for me to dedicate a schedule to watching streams. Even with shows, TV shows, online shows, I'm usually a day or two behind because I can never catch them on time or when they first release. So to prepare, I mean, if I'm going to watch like a past stream, or if I want to see how somebody did something in a stream or a video, I might grab some food. I might grab something to eat, and just kind of chill out and watch it. I have caught myself preparing to watch some Overwatch how-tos, tanking, DPS, healing, tips, stuff like that. Um, I have caught myself with political videos watching dinner, and kind of taking it in and maybe even taking some notes and kind of logging it mentally. Just because again I am politically inclined and um, believe have ideas about certain things. So I try to prepare. I try to prepare mentally for that, just to lock it in, take those facts and really keep them for future reference. And go from there. So that's pretty much how it happens. When it does happen, and it doesn't happen very often. But um, anyway, this is essentially the end of the interview, and so I really enjoy this because it really does kind of help you guys if you're enjoying the series. Like I said, I've got a couple people lined up, creators, hopefully some viewers in the future. If you are interested, be sure to comment down below, or again hit me up on Twitter, or direct message me in Discord, and let me know. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Again, these videos only take about 20-30 minutes. I don't want to be them too long, but I don't want to keep them too short either. So, thanks for watching. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. See ya.